Hey everybody, Poker Dad here. Thank you for joining me for another YouTube video. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at a feature in ICIMIZER called Sit N Go Coach. I have started to play more Sit N Gos and more tournaments. I'll get into that probably in a later video, but for right now, I wanted to show you guys Sit N Go Coach. This is a pretty awesome feature of ICIMIZER, and it helps train you in terms of knowing in Sit N Gos when to push or fold, and also when to call versus other players' pushes or folds. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is we're going to go through their quizzes, which I have built into ICIMIZER, and we're going to go through 25 questions on whether we should push or fold, and then I'm going to look at 25 questions on if we should call. And I'm going to give ourselves a medium stack depth. So without further ado, let's jump over to the screen right here and take these quizzes. So I think this actually is a lot of fun, actually. So 1 second here. Here we go. This is ICIMIZER, Sit N Go Coach. And what I'm going to do here is I already have this set. I'm sorry, we're not going to look at medium. We're actually going to look at short. So we'll look at the most common situations here. So we're going to be looking at if we are short stacked here and from any position, and we are going to do this quiz of 25 questions. So let's jump right into it. The quiz is loading. Okay, so as you can see here, it gives us a scenario. This is based off of Global Poker's 9max Turbo blind structure, by the way, and prize structure. And you can see down here, it's going to give us a bunch of different combos to that we have to figure out push or fold. And as you can see, it's timed as well. So we have 6 big blinds and big blind has 7. So we're pretty even right now. So the question is, what are we pushing and what are we folding? I think we're going to fold 4-2. King 9 offsuit here, I'm going to say that we can push. We can push King 7 and Queen 10. Let's see how we did. And it looks like we got all 4 correct. So it'll actually show you down here at the bottom the EV of each play here. So it's 0.9% plus EV for pushing Queen 10, 0.8% for King 7, 0.9% for King 9, and negative 4.0 for pushing 4-2 offsuit. So let's get to the next question. Usually it doesn't take this long to load. All right, so here we are 5-handed. We have 2.5 big blinds. Cutoff has 8, button has 13, small blind has 6, and big blind has 6. So I think we need to push King 10, Ace 7, 3-3, but A3 I think we should be folding. A3 offsuit. Got it correct. The other pretty cool thing about this is if you're curious what the range looks like that you should be pushing here from this position, you actually can click ICIMIZE here, and it will actually show the range here that you should be pushing. So I think that's pretty awesome as well. And here it shows actually the EV of each action, if it's plus EV or negative EV. Let's get to the next question. So here we have 6 big blinds. Cutoff has 15, button has 9, small blind has 10, and big blind has 6. As you can see, the blinds, by the way, are 100, 200. And we have six big blinds. So I think with us having 6 big blinds, everybody having more than us, and the big blind having the same amount, we're going to fold 5-2. Jack 5, I think we can fold with these low kickers. I think we could actually really fold all of these here. Because the kickers are low with 6 big blinds, we don't need to be pushing here from the hijack position. And we get those all correct. Next here, blinds are 75, 150. We have 6 big blinds, 28 for the cutoff, 9 for the button, 27 for the small blind, and 10 for the big blind. So again, we are the short stack here. I think we want to push with Ace 5 offsuit. Queen 9 suited, we want to push here because good suited with a high kicker. Pocket twos, I believe we definitely want to push here. Any pocket pair we want to push here at this stage. And Queen Jack offsuit is an interesting one, but I think two Broadways we should be pushing here as well. And we get that correct. So far I'm doing pretty good. Haven't got one wrong yet. That will change, trust me. Here I have 8 big blinds from the hijack. Cutoff as 10. I guess I must have set this up that we're in the hijack every time. So 8, which is fine. 8 big blinds, cutoff has 10, button has 25, small blind has 17, and big blind has 11. So we're definitely going to push King Jack, Ace 3. I think we're going to push all these here. Queen 7 is the questionable one, where I'm going to say we're probably going to fold Queen 7 offsuit here. I think the kicker just isn't good enough. All right, we got that right. Yeah, I must have set up that specifically the hijack, which is fine. This is actually a good way to do it by literally just studying one specific situation. And this is, I think, a pretty common situation that could come up, especially at this point, six-handed. So here I think we're going to fold King 7 offsuit with 5 big blinds, cutoff as 7, button as 9, small blind as 8. We're pretty much all even. We're a little bit smaller than everybody else, so we're going to fold the King 7. Jack 8, I think we'll fold. We'll fold actually all of these here. And we get one wrong here. The one we get wrong is Jack 8 suited. Jack 8 suited is the only one here that actually we should be shoving. So I think that's interesting. We'll look at ICIMIZER real quick. And we will see that Jack 8 suited is actually the lowest of the suited jacks that we would be shoving here, but it is plus 19 EV to shove. Let's go through 3 more of these, and then I want to change the setting off. Oh, okay. So actually, no. Here, we're in the button now. So I was wrong. I guess it was just coincidence that we had the hijack. All right. So here we have 6 big blinds. Small blind is 17, and big blind is 7. So I think A3 definitely is going to be a fold here. A7 suited, we should definitely be pushing. 4-2, we should be folding, and 9-2, we should be folding. And we get them all correct. I think I'm pretty good at this. Here we have 5 big blinds. Cutoff has 5 big blinds, button has 5.5, small blind has 5, and big blind has 8. So the big blind actually has the most big blinds, which would be they could defend a little bit wider here. So this is interesting. 7-6. This is actually kind of a tough one here. I think 7-6 we push and we fold 9-4, fold 9-7, and fold 9-8. But I'm not entirely sure about 7-6. I got it right, but 9-7 we got wrong. 9-7 is actually supposed to be a push here. We actually can push as low as 9-6. As you can see, 9-6 is pretty even because it's neither negative or positive EV. Next up here, we have 2.5 big blinds in the cutoff. Button has 5.5, small blind has 8, and big blind has 5.5. So again, we're the shorty on the table here. Definitely be pushing ace 9, queen 10, ace 4, king 9. I'm going to push all of these here. Let me get that right. Here we have 3 big blinds, and in the small blind and big blind has 13. So I mean, the big blind is going to defend really super wide here. So I think because of that, we're going to be a little bit more careful with what we shove here. So I think 7-3 is going to be a fold. Queen 3 off is going to be a fold. 5-3 I think should be a fold. Queen 6 though I think we should definitely be pushing here. So we got 3 out of 4, but looks like Queen 3 offsuit here. We're supposed to be shoving as well. So let's see. So it looks like we'll be shoving all of our kings and all of our queens, and even Jack 3 offsuit we would be shoving here in a spot as well. So I think that's pretty interesting. So pretty much anything that has a Broadway in it, we're shoving 3 big blinds versus 13 big blind, big blind. I said big blind a lot. So let's do up to 15, and then we'll do calling for. So this video can be so long, you know. And we'll do calling for the next 15. Here we have 2 big blinds in the cutoff. Button has 7, small blind has 8, and big blind has 11. So we're definitely going to be shoving, I think, any ace here, any king, 10-9 suited, definitely in jack 8. We're going to shove all of these here. Let me get that right. Here we're in the cutoff. We have 4.5 big blinds. Button has 22, small blind has 21. So we are like really short, and we're getting crushed here. So we're gonna be shoving queen 8, 8-6 at 4.5 big blinds. I think we're not going to shove here. 10-6 suited, I think we could shove, and king 5 I think is interesting. I would say no at this stage with the weak kicker and it being offsuit. So we get it almost correct, except 10-6 here should actually be a fold. So up to 10-8, anything below 10-8 is too wide, and we should be folding. Okay, here we are in a small blind with 3.5 big blinds. Big blind is 5.5. So this is definitely another interesting spot. I think 6-5 offsuit we should fold. 5-3 suited is an interesting one. But I think we need to fold this too. Pocket 2s are definitely shoving, and I think we should. 10-4 is kind of tough too. I'm not sure about this one here. I'm going to say 10-4 is a fold though. Nope, 10-4 should have been a shove. So maybe all suited 10s here. Up to 10-3. So just 10-2 we wouldn't shove. Let's take a look at 2 more of these, and then we'll look at a couple of some calling situations, which I think is even more tricky. Obviously, this isn't too tricky, this part. We're in a hijack with 4 big blinds. Cutoff has 8. Button has 6. Small blind has 5. And big blind has 6. So again, I think here with so many people have to act, we're going to fold king 5. 7-6, I think also we're going to fold this up here with some people to act. And queen 8s, I think we're going to push both queen 8s here. But this is questionable, this one here. I think this queen 8 could be folded, but the queen 8 suited should be shoved. I think we're going to fold this. All right, we got them all right. Nice. See, good change by me. Because I guess, I'm curious, I guess maybe queen 9 maybe? Or not queen 10. Queen 9 is okay. Queen 8 is way too wide, actually. Queen 8's negative 28 EV. 0.28 EV. All right, we'll take a look at one more here. All right, so we're ready to cut off 2.5 big blinds. Button has 3. Small blind has 3.5. Big blind has 7. I think here in the cutoff we can push queen 7, jack 9, queen. I think we push all of these here. Oh, I got 2 out of 4. So looks like the offsuits here we should be folding actually. So yeah, queen 9, similar to the last hand. Queen 9 is okay, but queen 8 would be bad. And here, like jack 9 would be bad, but jack 10 is so interesting that these hands should actually be folds here, even with 2.5 big blinds. But obviously the suit is we want to do it. Interesting. All right, let's go take a look at some call situations. So let's look at the same situation where we're short. And I don't know why this does six way. But I mean, if we're short, I guess I don't know why it always does 6-way, because it's a 9 max turbo. 6. Oh, I see why. Okay. So really, actually, we should be doing it. All right, so let's do this. For this one here, we're gonna do 9 max, and we're short. So that's why we were at 6 max if there was only 6 people left, which is okay. I mean, a lot of times if you're going to be short, actually it's really not. It's not going to be 9 max. It's going to be so. I think looking at 6 max scenario is the more common than 9 max anyway, and you're going to be short. So let's take a look at this here again. 6 max, we're short, and should we be calling to a shove? So let's look at this here, and we've got 15 questions here. So this is definitely a lot tougher. So we are in the hijack, and we have 4 big blinds, and under the gun shoves all in with 5.5 big blinds. So I'm going to say we're definitely going to fold Queen Jack offsuit. King Jack suited. Again, we're going to be like, this is like for our tournament life as well. I think being in the hijack with others left to act, with more blinds than us, we should fold King Jack. I think we should really fold all of these here. And we're almost correct. So it looks like King Jack here, we actually should call King Jack suited. So it looks like we're calling mostly all of our suited aces here, and our suited kings up to King 10. And even King Jack offsuit we're calling here. It's slightly plus EV. And some of these aces here. So I think that's interesting. Even in the hijack, all these pairs we're going to be calling as well. So that's interesting. I'm definitely not going to do as well on this part of the quiz than the previous one. But this is why we do it. To get better when we play. And I'm playing a lot more Sit N Gos. Actually, I'm pretty much like not playing cash games at this point and just focusing on tournaments, which is why I have this program, and I am working on Sit N Go Coach, because I'm playing some Sit N Gos along with MTTs. But I'll make a video about that another day. Right now I just want to focus on this here. But you're going to be seeing a lot more tournaments-related videos coming from Poker Dad going forward. Here we are in a hijack with 7 big blinds, and the under the gun shoves with 11. So again, we're going to put ourselves all in this spot. So based on the last hand, looks like again we're going to call ace 10, because we have the effective stack anyway. Maybe it's not as important, but obviously his shoving range is going to be smaller. We're running out of time, right? So ace 10, ace. I think we're going to call. I think we're going to push with all of these here. And we are wrong again. We got 2 wrong here. So I guess because his range, the pusher's range, so you can see here it shows the pusher's range is going to be 17% here. So this is the pusher's range here, which is going to be all suited aces, some suited kings, suited queens, Jack 10, all pocket pairs. So we're calling this range here. So actually it's pretty cool. You can just look at it this way too. So we're calling this range here. So that's interesting here that like ace 8 is negative 98 EV, 0.98 EV, and ace 10 is actually negative EV as well, which is quite interesting. And I guess that is also, again, because of the fact that he has 11, plus also we got a guy with 15. We got big blind with 18 who could call. There's also a lot of people that act behind us as well. Here we're in the button with 4 big blinds, and a player with 29 big blinds goes all in. Now, he could also be doing this as a steal because we got 4, small blind has 8, big blind has 7. So he could actually be doing this with pretty wide range. I think we're definitely going to push with king 4. I think ace 4 suited. Again, I think we could actually push with like all of these here because this could definitely be a steal attempt, which means he's doing this with a pretty wide range. Obviously, the only concern are the blinds here, but maybe for that reason, ace 4 might actually be a fold, and ace 9 might be a fold. I'm going to switch these to folds, actually, now that I think about it. Nope, I got some stuff wrong again. All right, so ace 9 should have been a push, and jack 10 should have been a fold. I was correct about the pusher's range. The pusher has a huge range here, so I was correct about that. But our range here, we're looking at suited aces, ace 8 suited plus, and ace 9 offsuit plus. So suited connectors, no suited connectors, with jack 10 would qualify as that. And ace 4, obviously suited, is going to be negative EV here as well. I told you this part is definitely a lot harder. It's definitely a lot harder. Here we have 5 big blinds, and under the gun is shoving all in with 14 big blinds. And behind us we have 8, 6, 6, and 7. All right, so we're definitely calling 7. King 9 suited. I think King 9 suited we can call with. Based on what we've been seeing, I'm going to say ace 7 offsuit is going to be a fold. And I think King 7 suited to be a fold. So let's see here. Wow. Okay, so the one we got wrong here was we got everything right except for King 9 suited. So this is the pusher's range here. And it looks like King Jack suited is the lowest King suited we want to be calling here. So King 9 is a little bit too wide. Here we are in the hijack with under the gun shoving at 14 big blinds. And we have 7, 7, 16, 15, 8. So I'm going to say ace 9. We can go with ace 9, king queen, 7s, ace jack. I'm going to say all these here are going to be pushes. The only one I'm questionable about is ace 9 suited. Whoa. Okay. We did really bad in this one. Our range to call is only 6% versus his range, which is only 16%. So his range looks something like this that he's shoving with. And our range is really small, as you can see. So pretty much just pocket pairs, 8s plus, and ace jack plus. Versus a 14 big blind under the gun. I think also part of that is the fact that some people act that have, you got this guy in a small blind with 15 big blinds, button has 16 big blinds. But I mean, are these guys really going to want to call versus a 14 big blind open? So I think that's interesting though. Take a look at the next one here. Under the gun with 16 big blinds, we have 5.5. I'm sorry, cutoff. So there's going to be, again, be a wide range here. 14 and 7. So the 14 makes it really interesting here. But I think being in the button, ace 10, I think all of these here. Hey, we finally got them all right. That one was pretty easy. Question number 7. We have 3 big blinds. Under the gun is 8. 5.5, 7, 6, 5. So I think his range is going to be kind of moderate, which means I think, and we have 3 big blinds. I think definitely King Jack. I mean, he's going to be shoving, I think, with a lot of stuff, though, still. Jack 8, I think, can do well, maybe. Jack 4, I think we want to fold. 9, 7, we want to fold. Jack 8, I'm kind of questionable about. Okay, yeah, the only one I got wrong here was Jack 8, which is negative EV. And, yeah, his range is looking something like this as the pusher, because he's going to be pushing a little bit wider now because he has 8 big blinds, although he still is a chip leader. But he can show some aggression here as well. So, yeah, we're looking at King 9. So, Jack 8, Jack 10 is like the minimum. Yeah, I think that maybe might have been a little bit of a stretch with the Jack 8. Question number 8 coming up here. Okay, so we're in the big blind, and the button is shoving with 11 big blinds. Now, the button we know is going to have a huge range here. Shoving a ton. So we're going to call 5s, ace. I think I think we can call with all these here. Every single hand here. Again, Jack 9 might be the only questionable one, but with it being button versus big blind, I think we're going to call with all of these here. Ace 2 could also be the one questionable one, but I think we want to call with any ace. 2 out of 4. So it's actually funny. I mentioned Jack 9 and Ace 2, and actually these two are actually incorrect. So actually Jack, again, no suited jacks here. And Ace 2, any of these low aces here with the offsuit variety. Question number 9. So we are in the small blind. Cutoff, who's going to have a wider range, plus 7 big blinds. We have 5.5. Big blind is 36, which is interesting. So this could be more of a push not to steal, but to but for survival. This guy is left to act here, which I think Ace 5 we're going to fold. I'm going to call 7s, Ace 10, and 5s, but I think we're going to fold the Ace 5 here with big blind still left to act. And we get them all right. Sweet. Next up here, we have button. We have 5. Cutoff is shoving with 14. Small blind has 27. Big blind has 9. So again, I think we're going to look at a moderate shoving range here. We got 2 players left to act. One has 27 big blinds. But again, I think we're going to Ace 10. We're going to go with Ace 9, King Queen off. I think King Queen off should be a fold here. With the blinds left to act. And 7, I think we should push. Wow. Okay, we did terrible on this one here. We're only supposed to be calling 7% of our range here. So we're supposed to be calling our pocket pairs and our Ace 10 plus, Ace 10 suited plus, and Ace Jack plus. Wow. Yeah, that was a bad one then. This is definitely hard. This is not easy. This is definitely the harder of the 2 scenarios when you are not the first to act. Here under the gun is 9 big blinds. We have 5.5, and everybody has more big blinds than us to follow us here. So I think we have to call. Man, this is tough. 9, 5.5. 7s is kind of borderline. I think 8s is definitely. Even Ace 10 might be borderline here. And King 10, from what I've been seeing. I'm going to say that these are folds. And maybe only 8s is a push. 7s is tough. I'm going to say we fold 7s. 8s are okay. Even 8s are kind of like iffy. Now let's go with this. We're running out of time. Ouch. Okay, so Ace 10, we should... Still, the range is small. But we should actually be pushing 7s and Ace 10 suited. That's so Ace 10 suited plus. And 6s plus here. So we were right on King 10 at least. Here in hijack, under the gun is 5.5. We have 5, 6 for the cutoff, 6 for the button, 10 for the small blind, 12 for the big blind. King Jack, I think we should definitely be folding here. I think Ace 9 off we fold. Jack 10 suited, I think we fold as well. I think we're going to fold all these actually. And we are almost correct. Ace 9, we are incorrect on Ace 9. So Ace 9 is we can call this. Which is interesting. Maybe because he has 5.5 big blinds. And we're not concerned these other guys here because, you know, they're so even. Maybe they're worried about being on a bubble. They're going to fold. Question number 13 coming up. We are in a big blind with 3.5. We get shoved and then cut up by 5.5. I think we're going to have a pretty wide range here. Suited Broadway, 6-4, I think we fold. And I think we're going to call these Broadway hands here, because this guy's going to have a really wide range. And we get almost all of them correctly. It looks like we're supposed to be actually calling 6-4 as well. Our range is huge. 76% we're supposed to be calling, as you can see. Pretty big range here. Question number 14. We're in a button with 3.5 big blinds. Small blind has 6. Big blind has 5.5. And we're getting shoved by the cutoff with 5.5, who's going to have a big range here. We do have 2 players to act. I think the Broadway hands we want to push. The question is the 10-9. I think with 3... Man, this is tough. With 3.5 big blinds in the button, I think we fold the suited hand. Which means then we would fold the Jack-10 also, actually. The question is, we fold the King-10. I think all kings we're calling here. But I think we're going to fold these 2. Almost correct. This King-10 we're folding. So obviously King-Jack is the bottom of our offsuit kings that we're calling here. But I'm glad to see I was right about the suited connectors hands. All right, here's the last question. We are being shoved. The cutoff has 13 big blinds. We have 5.5. So again, this is going to be a huge range here. Button has 7. Small blind is 5.5. We have 5.5. He's going to have a huge range here. Then we can call really, really wide. The question is how wide? Well, I think... This is actually kind of hard. How wide? Do we want to call the suited? I think we wanted to call the suited Jack, but the kicker is so bad though. Guess we're gonna fold this. Man, I'm inclined to like fold all of these here. Let's see. It might actually be push all of them. I'm gonna fold all of them though. Ah, we got it right. Sweet. Excellent. Perfect way to end the Sit and Go Coach video. So, pretty awesome stuff. Guys, I want to thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Do me a favor, if you have not checked out my Twitch stream yet, I am streaming 4 days a week on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm streaming Sit and Gos and tournaments, so definitely come check me out at twitch.tv/PokerDad2878. Also, if you're not following me on Twitter, please do that as well at PokerDad28, and feel free to join the Discord as well. The link to join the Discord is going to be in the description of this video. So I appreciate you guys checking out a little bit of Sit and Go Coach with me, and if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below. And until next time, PokerDad